Chapter 10. Now, brethren, I do not want you to be ignorant that our fathers were all under a cloud, and all passed through the sea, and all were baptized to Moses in the cloud and in the sea, and all ate the same spiritual meat, and all drank of the same spiritual drink, for they drank of the spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was Christ. Yet with many of them God was not well pleased, for they were overthrown in the wilderness. And these things became examples to us, that we should not desire evil things as they also desired, nor be idolaters, as some of them were. As it is written, the people sat down to eat and drink, and rose up again to play. Neither should we commit sexual immorality, as some of them committed sexual immorality, and 23,000 fell in one day. Neither should we tempt Christ, as also some of them tempted, and were destroyed by the serpents. Neither murmur, as some of them murmured, and were destroyed by the destroyer. And all these things happened to them for examples, and were written for our instruction, upon whom the ends of the ages have come. Therefore, he that thinks he stands, let him take heed, lest he fall. No temptation has taken you, except that which is of humanity. But God is faithful, who will not allow you to be tempted beyond your ability, but will also with the temptation make an escape, so that you are able to endure it. Therefore, my beloved, flee from idolatry. As I speak to the wise, judge what I say. The cup of blessing which we bless, is it not the fellowship of the blood of Christ? The bread which we break, is it not the fellowship of the body of Christ? Because though we are many, we are one loaf, one body, for we all partake of the one loaf. Observe Israel according to the flesh. Aren't they who eat of the sacrifice partakers of the altar? What do I say then? That an idol is anything, or what is sacrificed to an idol is anything? But what the nations sacrifice to demons, they sacrifice not to God. And I do not want you to be partakers with demons. You cannot drink of the cup of the Lord and the cup of demons. You cannot partake of the table of the Lord and the table of demons. Do we provoke the Lord to jealousy? Are we stronger than him? All things are lawful to me, but not all things are profitable. All things are lawful to me, but not all things edify. Let no man seek his own, but each one that of the other. Everything that is sold in the market, eat, inquiring nothing for the sake of the conscience. For the earth is the Lord's, and the fullness of it. But if any of the unbelieving invite you, and you wish to go, eat whatever is set before you, inquiring nothing for the sake of conscience. But if anyone says to you, "This is offered to an idol," do not eat for the sake of him that made it known, and for the conscience. For the earth is the Lord's, and the fullness of it. Conscience, I say, not of yourself, but that of the other. For why should my freedom be judged by another's conscience? But if I by grace partake, why am I slandered for that which I give thanks? Therefore, whether you eat or you drink, or whatever you do all things to God's glory. Be without offense to both the Jews and the Greeks, and to the assembly of God, according as I also in all things please all, not seeking the profit of myself, but that of the many, that they may be saved.